Well, we are in the South Haven area for a while in Michigan, and so I thought I would go to two of my favorite beaches. One of them would be Pier Cove, which turned out to be under construction, so those steps are blocked off and you can't get through there, but you can go down to Westside County Park and pretty much just walk all the way down to Pier Cove if you want to walk that far, but there are a lot of rocks there at Westside County, so I mean you don't even have to go to Pier Cove unless you want to. Walk all the way, I don't know, maybe a mile or so down the road. Plenty of rocks there. I've got some that I think you might like, and please watch and enjoy. Leave a comment if you so desire. And it's my pleasure to be out there filming this video to share with you places that you might want to go and find some of the same things that I find. Well, I'm at Westside County Park, Fennville, Michigan. The reason I'm here is because I was headed to Pier Cove and that's all blocked off. They've got some construction going on, so who knows, maybe the stairway broke or got washed out, whatever. So here I am going down all these steps, which is fine, and the beach is great here, so you know, that's no big deal. My knees might complain a little bit on the way back when I'm going up all these steps. The only one in the parking lot. Nice piece of unikite. I love the little X through there. Don't need it, but it's nice. And then I picked this up too. This is basalt and quartz coming together, and you've got the quartz all brecciated and the basalt brecciated as well. That makes for a very interesting rock. Might have to keep that one. So what are you going to find here at Pier Cove and Westside County? Well, you're going to find a lot of beautiful rocks. Here's some nice epidote, some lightning stones. Got lightning stones. Now these are pretty small. This is the day after Father's Day and a beautiful day at the beach, and so I'm sure that things got picked over pretty good yesterday. But this is the kind of thing that you find here. I'm actually not sure if that's quartz or if that is beach glass. I think I've decided upon quartz. So some nice quartz. I love these that have the epidote and the quartz veining through this. Epidote is all brecciated. That's really cool. Of course, you can't hardly pass up some of this granite. If you're looking for pretty rocks like I am, sometimes I want pretty rocks because I have pretty rock syndrome. Pretty rock syndrome, that's my problem. Another color of quartz, it's maybe a little bit stained by some iron content. I love it when basalt and other rocks kind of meet up and you end up with something like what they call nice. So you got a lot of quartz there, and then you've got another rock material kind of moving through there as the molten rock just sort of oozes its way to the surface and begins to cool. You get all kinds of amazing combinations. And who can resist these pretty green rocks? Well, I'm sure some people can. I can't. Plenty of fossil material here, and this is a pretty interesting piece. It looks like some well-worn chain coral. That's pretty interesting. Rocks like that are so fascinating. But they have to come together somewhere, right? It's like a piece of stroma, ancient sponge. What have we here? Got some quartz. Oh, but I love those layers. That's fossilicious. And yeah, I would say that's a small piece of, see the layers, bands, stroma, probably silicified stroma. Cool. I love this kind of stuff. The basalt and the quartz. Just cool stuff. Nice. Genie ISS. Actually, I might want to keep that. Lots of feldspar in that rock right there. All that red. It's an unusual unakite. You know, you could make a unakite candy bar made out of, I don't know what the ingredients would be, but you get a lot of rockhounds that would buy it as a gag for other rockhounds. Okay, that's fossilicious. Is that another stroma? Horn coral? It's going home with me. There's a lightning stone. Somebody else. Hard to turn that down. Nice piece of quartz. Sedimentary rocks. Or the lightning stone. Ooh, I like those bands. Kind of a lightning stone, not exactly looking like lightning, but cool nonetheless. There we go. Lots of red feldspar in that rock. Another lightning stone. Gneiss. That's a pretty cool one. Shall I take it home with me? We'll see if it makes it to the car. Oh, I like all those speckles in there. All that epidote. And what do we have here? Looks like a Petoskey stone that's just almost all eroded away. That's my guess. It's sad. It's sad when you see it like that. There's almost nothing left of it. Fossil soup. Gorgeous granitoid. Those are beautiful. Yeah, that is fossilicious for sure. But is it a stroma or is it a favicide? Siltstone. Well, I think I'm gonna pack it up and head on in to home. I do like this big cheese rock I found. My grandkids will like that. I have plenty to show you. So, Westside County Park, Fennville, Michigan, known for lightning stones. That one is a 0, I guess. Oh, with a line through it. I'll keep it for a minute. I may discard it. I don't need more lightning stones, but it's kind of a nice one. This is what you can expect at this beach. A lot of basalt, but sometimes you get the porphyritic or amygdaloidal basalt, and that is pretty interesting. Yeah, if you like unakite, and we all probably know somebody that likes unakite, but there you go. Cool piece of gneiss. Amazing what volcanoes can do, and just cooling minerals, all that kind of volcanic action. There's a nice bullseye rock, wishing stone. Look at that though. Nice little piece of quartz running through there. It's a nice rock for somebody or for nobody. We also love our driftwood up here in Michigan. What a privilege it would be to live along here. It's just a gorgeous day, very calm. People out there fishing already. I've pretty much had the beach to myself today. Saw 2 other people, that was it. What you can expect to find here, lightning stones. These are a few good examples. Where would we be without the piece of urbanite? For those of you that like that, there you go. Bullseye rock, unakite, a bullseye unakite. This is it's like just a piece of really dirty limestone, but there is a fossil or a bit of a quartz crystal right there. I'm gonna have to take a closer look at that one. That's really interesting. That one's going home. Of course, I love pieces of quartz, so I've got several of those. More lightning stones. Nice. Pretty rock syndrome. Little dab of epidote right there, which makes it unakite. Lightning stone. Lightning stone. See all these lightning stones out of here. There was a couple of them that I was pretty fascinated by. That's pretty fossilicious right there. So you've got this typical mudstone or siltstone, and then inside, which has the outside layers eroded away, look at all those fossils. There's a little crinoid and a brachiopod and some other stuff that I can't really identify right this second. So that's pretty cool. Also, here's a whole layer of siltstone, and then bam, a lot of little crinoids and brachiopods and such things in there in that layer. That's cool. I like that. I like this mainly because it's got that red stripe that goes all the way through it. It's not the prettiest unikite ever, but it's still pretty cool. So, gonna have to save that. This is interesting because it's got this, what I would say is probably a horn coral, but it's actually a cold water agate, which is what I was kind of looking for today, cold water agates. So I like that. I like the way that's formed there. It's a fossil that's silicified, and I'm taking that one home. And the only Petoskey I found. It's not a good one. It's practically all eroded away, but that's what it is. That's the star of the show for me, though. I love how these granules are a lot bigger in this, and it just makes for a real pretty rock. And another combination. Now, would you say that's a heart? Would you say that's a heart? Okay, I'll call that a heart stone. Now that is a sandstone. That is a sandstone now that I've dropped it. Just interesting stuff here. Interesting what you find. When rocks are left to themselves, they do amazing things. Lightning stones. Chain coral. So there's another fossil found here. I just like the shape of this. This I thought was cool. Now that is an impression of what I'm guessing is a brachiopod. But I'll have to look at that under a microscope, or at least a magnifying glass, see for sure. This I thought was amazing. I need to give you a really good close-up of this. All these little crinoids. That's a beautiful rock. That's how you find it. Just right there. Now that looks like some amygdaloidal rhyolite, maybe?
Well, that's it for Westside County Park. It seemed to me like when I got about halfway between Westside County and Pier Cove, that's where everything got really good. And I started finding more things, especially the lightning stones, which stands to reason because you know how it is. And people will walk a little way and pick up some rocks and then they're done. And then there's us. We just keep walking and walking and walking. Hope to see you out there.